Hello students, today I am going to start with separation of substances part 2. In part 1, we have already discussed about pure substances and mixtures. We discussed about what are elements and compounds. Okay, we discussed about types of mixtures and also we discussed about properties of mixtures. Also looked into how mixtures are different from pure substances. So these are things we have already discussed. Now before moving to the next topic, again I would like to share you something which is not related to this chapter, but you must be aware of it, that drinking too much of water can lead to death of a person. Yes, I am not joking. Drinking too much of water can lead to death of person. Now here in this fact, you focus on two terms. Too much and can lead to. That doesn't mean that it compulsory leads to death of person. Can lead to. There are possibilities, and the condition is not drinking, but drinking too much of water can lead to the death of person. Okay. So with this fact, we start with separation of substances part 2. In this video lecture, I would focus on firstly, why is separation necessary? Okay, the chapter's name is separation of substances. We looked into basic classification of substances on the basis of mixtures and pure substances. How mixtures are different from pure substances. We looked into that. Now it's time to learn about that how substances can be separated, how mixtures can be separated. So there are methods, we would be looking into it just in few minutes. But before moving to that topic, we must know why is separation necessary. Okay, what are the reasons why is separation necessary? So the first reason is that separation of mixtures into their constituents is important for several reasons, है ना? Mixtures को separate करना उनके constituents में, we have already discussed what the term constituent mean, that the different substances which are present in a mixture, that is referred as component or constituent of that mixture. Mixture जो चीजों से बनता है, जो different substances present है, they are referred as constituents. We can also refer them as components. Okay. So to remove undesirable constituents from the mixture, separation is necessary. Let us take few examples to understand this point. Like first example is to separate small stones present in rice. Why? Because it can be harmful for our teeth and body. So here you can see stones are present with rice. So this is a mixture of stone and rice. What are the components of this mixture? Stones and rice. So I have to separate undesirable constituent. Here the undesirable, जो मुझे नहीं चाहिए, वो कौन सा constituent है? Obviously small stone. I require rice, but I don't require small stones. So for that separation is necessary. If I would be consuming rice with stone, it would be harmful for my teeth as well as for my body. है ना? So this is one reason. The second reason is separating tea leaves from tea by using strainer. So this is the another example for the first reason, that is to remove undesirable constituents. I cannot drink tea with tea leaves. Okay. So in the first image, this is the diet wala tea. You would be saying this is not a tea. बोलेंगे मैम ये ऐसी टी होती है क्या? टी तो ये वाली होती है ना? ये टी अच्छी होती है. कोई नहीं, चल. Next example is harmful substances are removed from river water before reaching to our home. So in class 7th you would be studying a chapter wastewater management. In that you would be come to know that there are several methods and procedures followed to separate the, or you clean the water which is wastewater which we are releasing from our home. These water is first treated and then discharged into river. Again from river if we are taking water, again we are cleaning the water. So if I am taking river water, it is not in a condition to directly consume that water. So what I do is I would be treating the river water, and for treating I would be treating with some few chemicals so that the undesirable constituents which are present in river water, then that won't be reaching to the homes to which I am supplying clean water. Okay, so this would be also the example. Next example is our body separates oxygen from air inhaled in. है ना? Air जब we inhale, what happens is air consists of what? Nitrogen in excess, then oxygen, then carbon dioxide, other gases, smoke, dust particles, few microorganisms, and much more. But our body requires only oxygen, है ना? बॉडी को तो क्या पूरा एयर वो अंदर क्यों लेती है? उसको ऑक्सीजन चाहिए तो वो ऑक्सीजन लेगी ना? नहीं. While inhaling it takes complete air with nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen, other gases, smoke, dust, and then inside the body it undergoes separation. Then the body separates other gases from oxygen and utilize the oxygen which it has inhaled. Now here you see a person wearing something. This is known as respirator. So persons who are very ill being put on respirator, this respirator supplies oxygen to the patient. है ना? ये जो respirator है that helps the patient. Now why this person requires respirator? Why this person requires respirator for breathing? Because the body has lost the ability to separate oxygen from air which the body is inhaling. Why the body has lost the ability? Because the body has become ill. Okay. So since it has become ill, it has become fragile. You can say it has become weak. The ability to separate oxygen from air inhaled decreases or the person loses completely. So in that case, doctor provides respirator to the patient so that patient won't feel any difficulty while breathing. Now the next reason why separation is necessary is to obtain useful constituents. First was to remove undesirable, now is to obtain useful constituents. So for that, first example we can take obtaining butter or curd by churning milk. So milk is a mixture. So here this is one image which is showing how churning is taking place, and this churning leads to the formation of butter and curd. So by the mixture milk we can obtain useful constituents like butter or curd. Next example is petrol, kerosene, diesel, tar, etc. are obtained from crude oil. So here you can see this crude oil is also referred as petroleum. This crude oil is also known as petroleum. Now mind my words that petroleum is different from petrol. pay attention, I am saying you something. Petroleum is different from petrol. From petroleum or from crude oil, we obtain all these constituents: petrol, kerosene, diesel, tar, etc. Okay. And these are useful, very useful constituents. Petrol, kerosene and diesel are acting as fuel. Tar is used for making or in constructing roads. Okay. So here, how can we obtain these useful constituents from petroleum or crude oil? So here is a process which is known as fractional distillation. In this, what happens is crude oil is heated in furnace. This is the furnace. So petroleum or crude oil is heated near about 400 degrees Celsius. And then they are separated with this apparatus known as distillator, and the process is known as fractional distillation. Okay. So by this, from crude oil, we can obtain useful constituents. So here also separation is taking place. Next reason why separation is necessary is to obtain pure substances. Okay. That means what? Why we require pure substances? So we require pure substances for research work, and also at home we require pure substances. है ना? आजकल सबको प्योर चीजें चाहिए ना. कोई ऐसा बोलेगा मुझे मिलावटी चीज दोगे तो चलेगा? No. So to obtain pure substances also, separation is necessary. Okay. So till now what we have discussed is why separation is necessary. We looked into 3 reasons with few examples. Like first, to remove undesirable constituents. Like we looked into few examples like separation of small stones from rice, separating tea leaves from tea using strainer. This is known as strainer. Okay. Harmful substances are removed from river water before reaching to our homes. Our body separates oxygen from air we inhale. To obtain useful constituents, like by churning of milk we can obtain butter and curd. By fractional distillation, by distillation of petroleum we can obtain very useful constituents like petrol, kerosene, diesel, tar, etc. And to obtain pure substances, and these basically and majorly are required in research work, and at home sometimes we require much pure substances, especially while the things which we are eating we are consuming. So in this video lecture we discussed why separation is necessary. In next video lecture we would be discussing about methods of separation.